Whenever I think about Android, I can't help but think about this phone. Hi, thank you for your purchase. We recommend fully charging the phone before you use it. Oh, thank you for that tip. I was gonna take it to the gas station. What else do we got in here? We got some cheapo wire, and I'm assuming this is the actual phone. Alright, there it is. So the Galaxy S8 came out back in 2017, making this thing roughly 8 years old today. Oh, but yeah, we should probably clean this thing up a tiny bit first. Not today, Anthrax! Yeah, just try to be a bit careful when you're looking at this beautiful design for too long though, because... Yep, okay, there you go. I gotta change my pants now. Anyway, now that it's all cleaned up, let's turn it on and check it out. Okay, so we're on the setup screen, and tell you the truth, I can't understand if this is One UI or Samsung Experience, because this phone got from Nougat all the way up to Android 9 Pie, and Android 9 Pie was the first version of One UI, so it could be either or.
You read and agree to these.
Are you speaking to me? Silence, Bixby. Check out some info to get started. Sure. And actually, this setup is way better than the newer ones on modern One UI. It's actually way simpler. Your phone needs a SIM card to work. Oh wait, oh yeah, that's an SD card tray. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, right at the top, right? And all I gotta do is... Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. There was a time in history where you could actually expand your phone for like 20 bucks instead of having to pay 150 for a storage upgrade. And, like, why would you remove this, Samsung? This could be your one leg up on Apple, but no, just copy them again, I guess. Alright, so because I don't have a SIM card, I'm typing in my Wi-Fi password, and one thing I notice, the haptics, they're not the best. Apple back in the day were still beating the hell out of Samsung in this front. Oh, installing updates, uh-oh, okay, I mean, I was trying to use the most modern software anyways, so no big deal, I guess. Okay, and we got the option to protect our phones, so, let's try out the fingerprint scanner on this thing. Place a finger on the fingerprint sensor, lift it off, then repeat. Oh, okay, so pretty much same as Touch ID on iPhone. Oh, it's, it's trying to set up the Google Assistant, but this is the only page that shows up. Guess they're pushing Gemini really hard, huh? Okay, so strangest bug. I'm trying to set up my Samsung account on this thing, and every single time I hit verify, it kicks me out and asks me for it again, so guess I don't need a Samsung account. Alright, setup wizard is all done, so let's take a look at that home screen. Oh, that just looks so badass. So the Galaxy S8 has a 1440 by 2960 pixel display, and honestly, this is just the peak of smartphones, okay? Why can't they make phones like this anymore? If not for a lack of a 120Hz display, this thing could pass as flagship quality today, okay? You're really not missing out on anything with this display. And this thing is on Android 9 with One UI 1, but the last security patch was back in 2020, so I wouldn't use any banking apps on this. While this Samsung phone has great hardware quality, the software quality, look how much bloat there is. Let's take a quick look at the camera on this thing, though. Yeah, the photo quality is kinda grainy, but I guess that's what you get with the 2017 flagship. No matter how bad the video and photo quality is, though, at least the phone can actually sit flat without a massive camera bump on it. Oh, and while we're at it, let's also test out the phone call feature. Help! Help! We're being held hostage! Would you stop? What, is it against the law to make a joke? Anyways, let's head to the Play Store and start downloading some apps to test out before I get a big unhappy knock on my door. We gotta try out TikTok on this display. Oh, and that's surprising. Facebook actually wasn't installed by default on this phone. That's usually a thing on newer Samsung phones. Might as well grab some games for this as well. Alright, so I'm gonna finish installing all the games and apps I need, and I'll let you know when I'm ready to showcase them all. Alright, so I'm done installing everything, so let's start testing out some apps. First off, let's check out YouTube. And wow, yeah, this phone is very fast on YouTube. How fast can it play a video, though? Oh, right, the ads I put on it. And yeah, YouTube flies on the Snapdragon 835 this phone has. But this is only at 1080p, so how well does it handle 4K video? And it's perfect. I can skip back and forth and there's absolutely no stutter, even when playing back 4K video. And YouTube actually does support picture-in-picture, so with the 4 gigs of RAM on this phone, I think it'll be fine. Just make sure you turn down the resolution of the video first before you put it in this. Okay, and next up, let's take a look at Instagram. And yeah, Instagram is super fluid, and just don't ask about the videos that I see anymore. I've stopped asking myself. Clash Royale. Yeah, as expected, Clash Royale runs completely fine on this device, so you can bridge spam to your heart's content. Okay, now here's a fun question. Level 15 Evo Mega Knight versus level 11 King Tower. Who wins? The Mega Knight. Okay, and up next, let's take a look at TikTok. You gonna finish loading, or... Okay, yeah, after letting it load for a tiny bit, TikTok works completely fine on this phone, which, that's actually kind of surprising, because I have a Galaxy A03s over here that came out in 2021, and this budget phone can't even run TikTok, but this flagship from 2017 can. Okay, yeah, time to get off this app. Okay, and next up, let's try out Twitter. So yeah, Twitter on the Galaxy S8 is actually pretty fluid. There's like no stuttering at all. This is a phone from 2017, keep in mind. Uh-oh, the Galaxy fans aren't gonna like this one. Okay, and up next, let's take a look at a tiny bit of a more demanding game, Brawl Stars. Okay, so in the shop for this game, everything here is a 3D model, and it's keeping up this well, so I think it'll run the game just fine. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, this is really smooth. Yeah, my input is pretty much instantaneous on this device. There is no lag, no stutter whatsoever. This is still a really good game to play on this phone, which, again, flagship from 2017, that is really surprising. If there is one thing to complain about here, this thing doesn't have a 120Hz display, but if you're buying a flagship from 2017, do you care? Okay, and up next, let's take a look at Discord. So, just like a lot of the other social media apps on this device, Discord runs completely fine, but let's test it out with an actual chat. So, I'm in the Nintendo Discord, and I'm just gonna say, anyone else love the fact that Doug Bowser is leaving? What a terrible CEO. What did he do bad as a CEO? He released $70 games. It was either that or feed my kids. Long story short, I own Mario Kart World and I'm child-free. This guy's baiting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're on to me. Okay, and up next, let's take a look at Reddit. Yeah, and of course, if any app was to start stuttering, it's the Reddit app, but at least if you stay still and just read stuff, it works fine. Okay, so up next, let's push this phone a bit more with PUBG Mobile. Alright, so I'm gonna match, and the game actually looks kinda good from up here. How's it gonna look when we land, though? Oh, okay, yeah, this phone is still putting out a great quality for this game. Like, this actually looks like a console. Frame rate is actually pretty stable as well. Everything feels really responsive. I paid like 60 bucks for this phone, dude. There's no way I should be getting away with this much performance. Alright, well, it's time to push this phone to the absolute max with Fortnite. Or not, because Fortnite just keeps crashing. I guess there's finally a game this thing can't run. Oh, okay, I reinstalled Fortnite and now it's working just fine, so guess we can still test it. Okay, so by default it's set at 30 frames a second maximum at 75 3D res, so let's test it out and see if it can maintain that. Okay, so I just loaded in and yeah, this phone is not having a fun time running this game. Okay, so the game is completely freaking out and it keeps freezing, stuttering, everything's popping in. I think this is like the worst way you can play Fortnite. Okay, and we are at a smooth 834 frames a second. But yeah, when you actually land, the game stutters literally every half second, so this is pretty unplayable, but at least it runs, I guess. Oh, okay, never mind. So, that's the Samsung Galaxy S8 in 2025. Now, should you get this phone today? Actually, yeah, this is still a pretty good phone. Now, my only complaint with this thing is that it's running Android 9, but if you can get the app support, everything will work on it just fine. Just, no demanding games, okay? Now, if you're looking for an older Samsung flagship, if you can stretch your budget just a tiny bit more, I would go for the Galaxy S10, because that thing's got a 120Hz display, and trust me, it makes a big difference when you're using the phone. Anyways, that's about it for today. Let me know in the comments what phones you guys want to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.